I was single till I was 18. My 18th birthday to be exact. And I did not technically have my first kiss, date, or real any of that till I was almost 19. First guy was online only. Love you, Eric, but still. And the guy I had all of my firsts with is the man I married. And yet, I have been giving relationship advice since I hit puberty. People come to me for relationship advice a lot. I don't know why. I apparently give good stuff. A lot of people listen to me. They like what I have to say. Um, I will say that I've read a lot of romance novels. I I likened that to my education on romance and relationships. But then over time, I realized it was not just those, although those did help a little bit. What truly helped was I had parents with an amazing relationship. Anyone that knew my mom and dad loved to say that no two people were more in love, and I truly believe that. No offense to anyone out there. And mind you, I include myself in that. I love my husband to death, but no one would love each other the way my dad loved my mom and my mom loved my dad. I say that because, regrettably, my mother passed away 2 years ago. But this is not about that. I have noticed relationships don't last. Like at all. When I was getting married, back in 2012, I already been with my husband for 6 years. We had been engaged for 3. And what was crazy is a lot of people could not wrap their heads around the fact that my husband and I were virgins. Oh, that drove them crazy. How can you be getting into a marriage with this man? You don't even know how the car runs. You don't know how the stick shift works. How are you going to know, like, when I tell you the analogies that I would get all the time? Oh, just take the jump. It's not that big a deal. You guys know you're together anyway. And I'm like, it's not the point. We wanted to wait till the wedding night for numerous reasons. But I will say that I was perfectly fine with waiting because I did not want an STD. I did not want an unwanted pregnancy. I did not want a bad reputation. Now, granted, I'm not saying I get those with my potential husband to be, but that was why I had waited to begin with. And I've noticed just across the board, people don't really cherish the relationship because the other thing I heard a lot of was, well, if it doesn't work out, if he's not good, if he's not big enough, whatever they wanted to say to me, it was always, don't worry, you can always divorce. What? I can always divorce? Till death do us part. That is part of your marriage vows. So I take that very seriously. I'm a woman of my word. If I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. So if I say till death do us part, and I made that very clear on the first date with my husband, blind date, by the way. I laid out all my crazy. I highly recommend it. So here's what I will do. I'm going to give you guys some relationship advice. I'm going to say some things that are harsh truths. I'm going to say some things that are helpful because the reason why I'm able to be successful in my love is because I was imparted this wisdom and now I impart it onto you. First things first, if you screw on the first date, there's a really good chance the relationship is doomed to failure. May not be now, may not be 10 years from now, but I would say it's doomed to failure. And here's why. It is not because you're a whore. It is not because you're loose and this is man, woman, both. Yes, both. What it is we gotta look at this scientifically. Mating, at the end of the day, whether anyone wants to hear it or not, is designed for one thing, to create more of us. You're getting horny, you're getting excited, it's feeling good because your body is saying, yes, make more babies. And the problem is, we like just the pleasure part. Most of us don't like the baby part. Some of us can't make the baby, but still. So when it comes to it, the reason why I say don't screw on the first date is because the pheromones and hormones that result in that can last 5 to 7 years. That's why they call it the 7-year itch. Because once you get them going and those engines start revving and you can confuse lust for love. Because you are so busy getting your rocks off. You are so busy. We couldn't keep our hands off each other. Stop, you've heard this before. Gosh, in the beginning, we couldn't keep our hands off each other. We couldn't wait to be in bed with each other. Oh, we were so cuddly. And now I can't stand being around him. Oh, I wish he'd just give me a break. Oh, can I get a vacation away from my husband, not just the kids? Oh, my wife, all she ever does is nag me. Stop me where you've heard it before, kids. A lot of these people share the same problem. They jumped in the sack too quickly. They jumped in the relationship too quickly because they didn't get the time to learn each other. I don't know if you were paying attention earlier. 6 years before my husband and I got married. 6 years. And 3 years before we officially got engaged. Now, I will say 8 months in, we were already talking about it. But that's because I told him on the first date all about it. And I'm getting to that. So that's my first rule. Do not sleep with anybody for a long time. Because you are confusing pheromones, lust, the drive to mate with love and with companionship and compatibility. Because do not forget, pheromones and boners and orgasms can really make you blind to the shit that fucking pisses you off. Things that you can overlook now when it's a lot harder to have sex, they are going to drive you up a wall. You're going to be wanting to claw your eyes out. Make sure you like the person. Make sure you can stand the person. Worry about the sex later. Because I can tell you, no matter who they are, there's going to be a time in your marriage, in your relationship, where there's no sex. I don't care what anyone says. They're lying if they say otherwise. Whether it be bills, children, it can be work, it can be growth. You might be trying to build a business. You might be just traveling. There's a whole slew of reasons, but I will tell you, sex will be taken off the table. And when there's no sex, well, now you've got to actually like the person sharing a bed with you. You guys have to have hobbies together. You have to share jokes. There's a reason why they say your partner should be your best friend, because they should be. You should like them more than what you guys do between the sheets. Okay, so that's my first lesson. Second lesson, if you're going on a date, don't listen to those stupid ass rules where people tell you to lie. Oh, don't show all your ugly. That's not right. You know what I did? I showed all the ugly. I literally laid out a list to my poor husband. God bless him. He had all the chances in the world to run. He didn't. That's why. Mine now. Here's what I will tell you. Literally, when I sat down at the table, I said, just letting you know, here's the ground rules. I am dating for marriage. If you do not wish to get married, there's the door. I wish to have children. If you do not like children, there's the door. I do animal rescue. And I went on and I literally told him, these are the stipulations because I don't want to waste time. I'd already blown through the first 18 years of my life without a single person being interested in me. I was not about to waste time on someone who wouldn't even enjoy what I wanted out of life. Now, clearly, my husband agreed. And I told him, hey, you've still got other chances, when you propose and when we get married, you can still say no. He didn't. Again, he's stuck. Show them the person you are. Not the ideal version of you. Show them you. Show them who you are, your real, authentic self, because that's who you want them to want. You shouldn't have to make believe about anything. And this can apply to multiple situations. Trans people. Don't lie. Don't lie about who you are in any capacity. because the right people will want it. Some of the right people will fetishize it. And hey, if you're into that, you're into that. Depending on what that is. Some people fetishize, cat owners. Some people fetishize just moles on the cheek. Who knows? The point is, there's a crude phrase for it. There's an ass for every toilet. The next thing I will say is, and these are ones about long-term relationships, because if everything I'm saying sounds kind of stupid to you, it's probably because you don't want a long-term relationship. And that's okay. That is okay. But see, that goes back to the honesty thing. If you are a fuck boy or a fuck girl from the get-go, if you are someone that literally just wishes to fornicate and sow thine wild seeds, then do it. But be honest about it. Be honest that that's the kind of person you are, because someone deserves that. If they're going to share a bed with you for even a night, if they are going to entertain any time with you, they deserve that knowledge. I'm sorry, it's the truth. You don't do yourself any favors, and you don't do them any favors. Actually, pinning in my important parts, this is a major one. Get tested. If you are someone who refuses to go without sex, which personally, I think it's really good to go without sex. They have plenty of sex toys and other things you can use for yourself to keep yourself occupied. Don't need to be go touching other people if you don't have to. Just saying, kids. But if you desire to, again, sow thine wild seeds, please, 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 please get tested. And make sure whatever partner you share with, one, is not a psychopath, and two, that they're tested. Use safe sex, use safe practices, and if you don't wish to get pregnant, don't just use one form of contraception, okay? Okay, there is spermicide lube, there is spermicidal condoms, there are female condoms, there's birth control, there is the morning after pill, there is following your cycle, there is, and by the way, gentlemen, pull out doesn't really work because pre-cum can have millions of sperm in it. Okay? So don't rely on that, gents, just because you want to go raw dog. I digress before I go on a little tangent about that. Back to the topic at hand. Let's say you're not one of those fuck kids. You don't want to just run naked through bodies, okay? You're someone who wants a committed long-term relationship. I commend you for it to begin with. Here's something you need to know. Throw that old bullshit of it's 50-50 in a relationship. The fuck it is. It's 100-100. My father taught me this. He taught me these 3 things. And I'm going to tell them to you. And I want you to ingrain it in your head. Because this is how you're going to have an amazing relationship. And I know. I witnessed it firsthand my entire childhood. My parents, enviable. I say it again. It is not 50-50. It is 100-100. Do not separate yourself from your spouse. You share everything. You share your bank accounts. You share the responsibilities. You share the kids. You give your all. Here's why. Because that is your life. Average. A human lives 80 years these days. If you get married in your 20s, that is 60 years. You don't want to give 100% to a 60-year career, for lack of a better term? Because guess what, Buttercup? It is going to be hard work. It is not going to be easy. For anyone that is still under the delusion that getting married, suddenly rainbows burst from the sky, a unicorn flies down, hands you a basket full of daisies and says, "Hello, your life is perfect now. Every day will end with sex and orgasms. Your bank account shall be full, and you shall want for nothing." No. That is not a relationship. That is not a reality. You are going to fight. You're going to have disagreements. You're going to have to learn to compromise. They're going to get under your skin. You have to learn to pick your fights. It's very important. It's very important. 100-100. The next one, it is easy to be married. Friday through Sunday. It is the Mondays through Thursdays that kill a relationship. And what I mean by that is couples goals is one of the worst things that ever happened to the motherfucking internet. I hate them. Number one, most of the people that are on couples goals, they end up having somebody that's dead. Okay? There was this one couple, absolutely stunning girl. Yeah, he choked her out, threw her down the staircase while she was pregnant, killed the girl. We just had that dude that was the Skyrim guy. Everyone loved him and his wife. Yeah, he killed his wife and kid. Stop with the couples goals. Stop. They are not reality. They are beautiful pictures and well-timed videos posted on social media. You are getting a 5 to 25 minute blip of a lifetime that is edited, that is cleaned up, and that is pretty to look at and designed to make money. Do not base your reality on that because you're going to be woefully miserable. Okay? That is not reality on life. What is reality on life is the electric bill is due. The car broke down. We have old debt. We need to get a personal loan. The animals have to go to the vet. We don't have enough food in the house. Oh, I just lost my job. Shitty times, regrettably a part of marriage. Who you are as a partner is just as important as who your partner is. You are not going to be able to travel to Belize every weekend and have these amazing adventures in the tropics with a pina colada in one hand and a half-naked Copacabana boy in the other. No, life doesn't work that way. Most couples may not go on vacation their entire relationship. My parents didn't even have a honeymoon. The only vacation that I knew they went on, besides when they took us to Disney in 1991, my parents, when they first were going to move down here, they took a 2-week trip. They went from Rhode Island down to North Kakalaka. Then they did a little bit upsy daisy. They went through Jersey to go see Carlos Bakery, which, oh my God. And then they got back to Rhode Island. That was it. Oh, and they went to my cousin's wedding in Virginia. That's all my parents ever did as a couple. They couldn't afford it. They put their family and their life first. They were planning during retirement, but sometimes it doesn't happen. So you have to live each day with your partner like you're on that beautiful, beautiful scenery in Belize. Like you're in Hawaii. Like you're in the most romantic place in the world, because you have to live each day enjoying your partner, because that's what they are, your partner, your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your fiance. That's the person you're sharing your life with. So it's gonna get boring. I'm sorry, boo-boo. That's the reality of the world. Okay? And then there's just one last one. I probably already kind of said it. Never stop chasing your spouse. Never. They don't stop being the most desirable person to you just because you've caught them. Just because you got a ring on it. Just because you're married to them does not mean you shouldn't treat them like a boyfriend or girlfriend. You don't stop complimenting them. You don't stop loving them. There are couples I know that literally cannot stand to be in a car alone with each other for a road trip. I can't fathom that. I can't. There's nobody I would rather be in a car alone with than my husband. There are people that I can be in the car alone with for that long. But the one that I want, the one that I feel safe and happy and loved and I'm going to have the best time with is my man. That's who I want. And that's how it should be. So I guess this whole relationship video is just take it seriously. But understand that what they tell you in the movies and on TikTok and on Instagram and all these things, they're not real. the chances of you, and I know there's going to be at least one person in the comments going, I met my boyfriend and we had sex the first night. We've been together 10 years. Congratulations. You are the exception, not the rule. Oh, and one last thing. Don't get your names tattooed on each other. All right? That's just the malok. All right? I'm sorry. It's the kiss of death. Everyone I know who has gotten a name of a significant other tattooed on them, the relationship not only ends, it ends ugly. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, okay? You can tattoo your pets. You can tattoo your children's names, your parents, your siblings. Go for it. Don't do it with your spouse. I'm sorry, just don't. It's the kiss of death. But that's all I got to say about this, guys. Here's what I will tell you. Learn to love. Learn to be loved. Learn to not listen to outside sources. I hope this video was helpful. Yes, there's a lot of relationship advice that everyone else talks about that I did not touch on, but because, just like I said, everyone else already talks about it. This is a relationship advice that my parents taught me and that I've never heard from other people. So I impart it onto you. Because this is the part of your life that should be the happiest. Remember, if you're ever doubting about the person you're with, I want you to think about it this way. I want you to close your eyes and imagine tomorrow morning you wake up and they're not there. And then I want you to remember that you can't call them. You can't reach out to them. You can't string them along. You can't control what relationship they're in next. They are out of your life. And if you get a cold, sinking feeling in your stomach and you panic at the idea of it, then you know who you're supposed to be with. So, stay happy, stay loved, stay safe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. And I hope you guys all enjoyed it. As I told everyone earlier this week, this sinus infection is kicking my booty, as you can hear from my voice. Not the, the COVID, but certainly a pain in the ass. But I wanted to thank you guys. Welcome to 2022. I also want to start by thanking my patrons. It is John Quinn, Emil DeVry, Sherry Molosky. I want to thank you guys for the continued support into the new year. Also, what the hell, guys? I'm at 3,100 subscribers. Wow. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to be filming more this coming week. Next weekend, I will be in Texas, so you may get a delay in videos. I'm going to try my best to get them all edited this coming weekend and pre-scheduled, so there's no problem and have no interruptions. But otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I've had a lot of folks tell me they benefit from my family's relationship advice, so I hope you guys did too. And anything else? Nope, Cassie, there's nothing else. I hope you guys had a wonderful new year. I hope it was safe. I hope it was fun. And I can't wait to see what this year brings us, guys. So, thank you for joining me on this ride. I love you all. Remember to tell the people important to you that you love them and to be safe. So, guys, I love you. Be safe. Bye.